Here are the anime premieres for the Spring 2024 season, starting from late March until June. They are divided between TV series and movies, with their respective release dates and streaming platforms. I will present you with the logos representing each platform on the informative banner along with the date and title. Without further ado, let's begin with the complete lineup of premieres. Let's get started. Konosuba Season 3. The adventures of Sato, Aqua, and the incredible sorceress Megumin continue in a new season of Konosuba. A new studio takes charge of the production of this adventure full of comedy, action, and epic showdowns in an isekai that has captivated many with its distinctive Dungeons & Dragons-inspired style. God's Game We Play. The supreme gods create the gods' games, awakening the ancient goddess Leche to challenge Faye, the best player of the era. The competition promises challenges and fun, with wit and skill at stake. The former goddess Leche challenges Faye in the Gods' Games, offering a showdown full of challenges and fun. With wit and skill, a competition begins between the ancient deity and the prodigious player. Re-Monster. Tomokui Kanata is reincarnated as the goblin Goburu after his death, retaining his memories and gaining strength by eating. In this survival world, he forms bonds with subordinates and friends, including a loyal dog. Events unfold with challenges and camaraderie in his new life, very similar to the plot of Tensura. Laid Back Camp Season 3. The great adventure of this group of friends through climbing and enjoying nature and everything around them returns with a new journey, new personal conflicts, and new scenarios to discover and explore in this slice of life that has won everyone's hearts. A Condition Called Love. Hotaru Hinase, a high school student, values friendship and family and avoids romance. After witnessing Hananoi's breakup, he asks her to be his girlfriend, but she initially rejects him. Despite that, Hananoi persists, performing selfless acts that awaken new emotions in Hotaru. I Reincarnated as a Slime Season 3. Rimuru Tempest continues to try to build his incredible perfect world. However, new threats and demons will begin with their new plan to prevent this utopia of peace from being established, and both Rimuru and his familiar clan must face new challenges. Windbreaker. Haruka Sakura, a newcomer to Furin High School, seeks to challenge the strongest instead of joining a team. The school is known for its fights, which protect the city from wrongdoers. Haruka seeks to stand out and make his way without committing to heroism. Girls Band Cry. The main character drops out of high school in her second year and aspires to enter university while working alone in Tokyo. One girl is betrayed by her friends and doesn't know what to do. Another girl is abandoned by her parents and tries to survive in the city by working part-time. This world disappoints us all the time. Nothing goes as planned. But we want something we can continue to enjoy. We believe there is a place where we belong. That's why we sing. The Crow Does Not Choose the Lord. The story takes place in an alternate world called Yamauchi, ruled by the Yadagarasu clan. Capable of transforming between human and crow form, Yukiya, a beautiful and eccentric Yadagarasu boy, is chosen to serve the young prince. As he faces various events in the imperial court full of conspiracies, he forms a strange master-servant relationship with the young prince. Sound, Euphonium, Season 3. In the new season of Sound, Euphonium Kumiko, now captain of her band club, will seek to win first prize in the national competition during her final year of school. Go Go Loser Ranger. 13 years ago, the nefarious monster army invaded Earth, but the Power Rangers known as Dragon Keepers defeated them. Since then, monsters are humiliated weekly. D, a monster, steals a divine artifact and infiltrates the team to destroy them. Mission: Yozakura Family. Taiyu Asano, a socially awkward student, takes refuge in his friend Mutsumi Yozakura, leader of a family of spies. However, Mutsumi's brother Kyoichiru threatens Taiyu's life because of his lethal affection for her. To survive, Taiyu must marry Mutsumi and join the Yozakura family, unraveling dark secrets and becoming a spy to protect them. The Duke of Death and His Maid Season 3. The new season of The Duke of Death is back, continuing the story of his curse and the way to live happily with the love of his life. It continues with the third season of the anime, which aims to give us more comedy and inexplicable events. The Fable. Fable, a legendary hitman, receives the order from his boss to take a sabbatical year after completing too many jobs. He must adopt a civilian identity alongside his driver, Yuko Sato, as siblings, without killing anyone during that time, or face a lethal punishment. Thus begins his sabbatical year from the criminal world. Vampire Dormitory. Mito Yamamoto, a handsome man, loses his job and home after being fired from a restaurant. He meets Ruka Saotome, who turns out to be a vampire, and offers him shelter in exchange for his blood. However, Mito's secret is that he is actually a girl, complicating her arrangement in the dormitory of the Hijirigaoka Boys Academy. As a reincarnated aristocrat, I'll use my appraisal skill to rise in the world. A common businessman dies one day and is reborn as Ars Lauven, the son of a noble. Although not talented in magic or fencing, he has a unique ability, appraisal. With it, he can determine a person's current strength, potential, and talents. This skill is crucial in a corrupt country with frequent uprisings and nobles strengthening their positions for war. Ars gathers talented individuals, including a persecuted swordsman, a magically gifted slave, and a knowledge-hungry boy, to create the most powerful territory. Mushoku Tensei 2, Part 2. We begin with the final part of Rudeus's journey. A load of 12 new episodes that will conclude Rudeus's new phase at the magic school and his encounters with old acquaintances. Unnamed Memory. Oscar the Champion seeks the power of the Blue Moon Witch to break a deadly curse. He offers marriage to Tanasha, a strong woman, to evade the curse. Tanasha, undecided, agrees to investigate the curse in the royal castle, where they uncover the witch's dark secrets. Rinkai. Women's cycling was born during the post-war period. Several decades have passed since its brief competitive history came to an end after only 15 years. Women's cycling has resurfaced as the Rinkai League. With the emergence of a big star worldwide, many feel an unprecedented excitement. The Invincible Queen, the silver veteran Ibushi, an athlete who has reached the top in other sports. Challengers came with big dreams in their hearts, although they had no experience in sports. Data Life 5. In this new production, we approach the end of the story. With only 6 volumes left to conclude the Data Live story, we will see volumes 17 to 20 adapted, probably in a season of 12 episodes. Mysterious Disappearances. Sumireko Ogawa is a voluptuous bookstore clerk who aspires to become a novelist after success in her youth. When strange events begin to occur in the city, she teams up with her flirtatious co-worker, Ren Adashino, to investigate. But Ren also keeps a secret. With their combined occult knowledge, what will they discover while investigating? The Many Sides of Voice Actor Radio. Yuhi Yugure and Yasumi Utatane, 2 high school voice actresses who meet in the same class and weekly radio program, show a great friendship on air, but in reality, quiet Chika and outgoing Yumiko are opposites and can't stand each other. How far will this tumultuous relationship go? The Misfit of Demon King Academy Sekun, Tenno Part 2. We continue with the Demon King Academy in its second half of the Misfit of Demon King Academy the Sekun Part 2. Kaiju No. 8. The series has generated great anticipation as the studio Kara, who is behind the creation of Rebuild of Evangelion, is involved. Kafka Hibino, unsatisfied with his job as a kaiju cleaner, longs to join the military corps to fight these beasts. Black Butler, Public School Edition. This season will lead us to uncover new mysteries in England, when young Ciel receives a letter from Queen Victoria informing him that several students from Weston College, one of England's top public schools, have apparently disappeared, including a relative of his named Derek. With this premise, Sebastian and Celine infiltrate Weston College to get to the bottom of the matter. Shadowverse Flame Arc. The third part of the Shadowverse Flame card game begins, which will feature the same number of episodes as the previous cut of the series. The New Gate. It's a life-or-death online game with tens of thousands of players. Shin, the most skilled veteran player, manages to defeat the final boss and expects to be released from the game. However, he is blinded by a mysterious light and wakes up 500 years later in the game world. Thus begins a new chapter in the life of a legendary player like no other. My Hero Academia Season 7. The universal showdown between heroes and villains is reaching its climax with this new season of My Hero Academia, where we will appreciate not only our incredible UA students, but also all the universal worst to prevent the greatest event in hero history. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Hashira Training Arc. The training of the pillars begins, an arc that will reunite all the characters once again, reuniting us with Inosuke and Zenitsu, as well as the rest of the pillars who have survived so far before beginning of the end of Gotoge's work. It is worth noting that this season will have a lot of original content and will be the shortest of all seasons of Demon Slayer so far. Spice and Wolf Merchant meets the Wise Wolf. When traveling merchant Craft Lawrence arrives in town, Holo offers to partner with him if he takes her to her home in the north. Recognizing Holo's unique ability to assess human character, Lawrence accepts. Bartender Glass of God. In the Ginza district, Eden Hall is a unique bar run by Ryu Sasakura, a talented bartender. Customers with personal problems find comfort and guidance through expertly crafted cocktails by Ryu. Eden Hall seems to find the people who need help, offering a transformative experience. Blue Archive the Animation. City academies are divided into districts and are mostly independent. The General Student Council, which governs the academies as a whole, has lost its leadership capacity due to the mysterious disappearance of the president. Rising Impact. A young man named Gawain lives in a mountainous rural area with an incredible passion for baseball and making the ball fly far. One day he meets a visitor from the small town who introduces him to a sport that can really make a ball take flight: golf. With his grandfather's approval, he heads to Tokyo with this mysterious woman to learn everything he can about golf, facing many colorful characters and obstacles along the way. Now it's time for the movies on the spring 2024 season. Detective Conan Movie 27, one of the anticipated Conan movies where the character of Kaito Kuroba is introduced in the 27th movie of the Conan series. Kura Marukagari. With a distinctively marked animation style, this story comes to us. This is a story that intertwines people and a town. A coal mining town full of small-scale excavators known as Hakoniwa. In this town that changes daily like a maze, there is a girl named Kagari who runs a map-making business and a boy named Yuya who dreams of breaking free from Hakoniwa. Eventually the two, along with the unique residents of the town, find themselves facing a conspiracy that shakes the entire town. The fate of Hakoniwa depends on Kagari's drawings on the map. Kurayukaba. Belonging to the same studio and with the same artistic style, premiering on the same day, we have this work. Business is slow for the Utsuji Detective Agency. Sutaru and his young assistant Saki take on any job, even those that seem to have more risks than they're worth. During the city's festival season, a wave of mysterious disappearances occurs out of the public eye. A journalist hires Sutaru to investigate, suggesting that the answers may lie in the dark, the notorious, anarchic, and moral maze that is the city's physical, social, and moral underworld. Blue Lock Episode Nagi. The continuation of the Blue Lock anime arrives in movie format, adapting the one-shot as a 2-hour spin-off focused on Nagi. Trapezium. The story portrays the 10-year journey of a girl aspiring to be an idol. Yu Azuma, a high school student, aims to become an idol. To achieve her dream, she imposes 4 rules on herself: not to be active on social media, not to have a boyfriend, not to stand out at school, and to make friends with beautiful girls from all directions. Gintama and Theater 2D, Courtesan of a Nation arc. Just when we thought we wouldn't see more of Gintama, this feature film arrives. A compilation film of the Courtesan of a Nation arc, episodes 5 to 9 of the 3rd season, with additional material. The movie is part of the Gintama 20th Anniversary Project. Look Back. Ayumu Fujino, talented in manga drawing, faces competition from Kiyomoto, an absentee student, which drives her to improve. As she struggles to surpass Kiyomoto, Fujino eventually gives up her passion for manga. However, an unexpected encounter at her graduation will change her perspective forever. Code Geass, Datta no Rose. This is a new project based on the Code Geass franchise. It's unknown if it will have any relation to Lelouch's story events or if it will be a prequel or spin-off. We've reached the end. Let me know in the comments which anime you're most looking forward to this season, and I invite you to subscribe and join each of our communities. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Greetings to the sponsors on Patreon that you can see on the screen. I leave you with some suggested videos that you may find interesting. I'm Andres Benitez and I'll see you in the next video.